getting late. Where to now?
That way.
Well, now that we're done with that whole situation in the underworld, we can finally look for the Stellaron.
Yay!
But thinking about it, I feel a bit bad about Clara. We promised her that our talks with Svarog would go
Wasn't
peacefully.
only our fault. Sorry I wasn't able to pursue.
You tried your best. Don't blame yourself. I should have considered such a situation in advance. And it was Svarog who attacked first.
Yeah.
We didn't have any other choice.
Eh.
I didn't mean for you guys to start beating yourselves up over it. Look on the bright side. Things turned out all right, didn't they? Now everyone knows that the real problem here is the Stellaron, and they're willing to help us out. All in all, the mission is going super smoothly.
Ah!
But we still have a lot
You
left to
called this
figure out.
smoothly?
For instance...
Who is this Sampo character? No, where's the Stellaron?
Exactly. We don't even have the Stellaron's coordinates and location. Cocolia's sudden change in attitude is also very curious. We still haven't put all of the pieces together.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I've been having some dreams.
Dreams?
Oh, I remember you mentioned something about strange dreams before.
Can I just say, by the way, they are discussing all this in a public place. This is like the worst place to discuss these things. Telling Jiangdam March 7th. Why is it so quick?
All three dreams were the same, with Cocolia and that other voice.
Other voices, but yes.
It would be weird to call it a coincidence.
I'm wondering if these dreams aren't just random, if there's some meaning behind them. Maybe you're having them because...
Because?
Because of the Stellaron inside her?
That's my hunch.
Fair enough.
But I have no proof.
Well, then that's as good as nothing for now. So, what should we do when we get back above ground? After all this talk, we're still back at square one.
I
We solve
say
the puzzle one piece
beat
at a time.
everyone up.
Let's get some rest. We'll talk to Wildfire tomorrow and get to the bottom of this.
Fine.
Also, there's still one more key character we haven't talked to yet. Her connection to Cocolia may be the key to cracking this mystery.
Gertie. Ah, you're back. How did it go? Are you tired? How did Oleg treat you? He was nice to us. My leg are so sore after running around the whole day. Ha! With great power comes great responsibility. Well, you must be exhausted after running around all day. Take a rest in your room. I will bring food over when it's ready. You are very nice. Ha, you're welcome. We are all friends now. Like you're staying at the Grand Hotel. Oh, I almost forgot. How did you find the bed and pillow? What about the room temperature? Is the geomorph furnace working fine? If you need anything, please let me know. We would like to have a rest. I filled out the servings rating card. Really? That's great. I didn't expect a busy bee like you to have time. Thanks a lot, really. I will take that then. Thanks a lot, Glitch. Your opinion is highly regarded and your feedback will definitely help improve the quality of our service in this boutique hotel. Yeah, go ahead and have these. And I don't take no for an answer. They're just small things that have been building up around here. And I haven't been able to give them away. Hope we'll see you next time. Haha! Praise of high morals. Yeah, okay.
Welcome to the Grand Hotel.
Yeah, let's
You're
take a rest.
back. I've heard from Wildfire that you helped resolve that whole situation with Svarog. Amazing. It must have been exhausting. Please have some food and get a good night's rest.
Will do. Oh, good to get some sleep. Oh, I cannot even write this time. I can only rest. Wave of tiredness comes with you, reminds you that you haven't rested in a long time. Even the most terrible dream won't wake you up this time. Sure about that?
Over there. See that? That used to be the worst street in Rivet Town. And it's also where I grew up. My friends and I used to wander those streets, thinking about where to find our next meal. That is, until Chief Oleg got me out and took me to the orphanage. There, I learned to read and write from Natasha. At the age of 10, I started to patrol the mines with Oleg, occasionally getting into fights with the local thugs.
That sounds nice.
Nice? You being sarcastic with me?
Oh, no, sorry. Life in the underworld is difficult. I shouldn't be speaking about it so lightly.
You're always so serious. It really gets on people's nerves sometimes, you know?
Right. What I meant was... I kind of envy you, Zila. For as long as I can remember, my days have been an endless cycle of studying, etiquette lessons, and training. Every day, all I hear is, remember who you are, Bronya. This is against the Architect's admonishments, Bronya. Ladies shouldn't use such foul language, Bronya. Some may envy this kind of life, but I have felt trapped. When every choice and every goal has already been made for you. You probably can't imagine how that feels.
No, I can't. But more importantly, what kind of foul language are you using?
In the name of the Architects, I shall stick this spear into your nostril.
That's it? Oh, that's nothing. Looks like I'll have to teach you some underworld slang before you go back.
No, that won't be necessary.
It'll be better than poking people's nostrils, at least. I never thought that I'd be here having a heart-to-heart with the future Guardian. As a kid, I didn't meet many people who lived in the overworld. I only heard stories from the grown-ups and figured you were all just a bunch of cold snobs.
I've heard from some Silvermane veterans that before the orders were made to seal off the underworld from the overworld, there was no difference between the two places. Everybody ate the same food, chatted about the same topics, celebrated the same festivals. Even though times are different now, things like the joys and sorrows of life, the ties between people, these precious things must certainly still connect us all. If there is a way to bridge the gap between the two worlds, we can definitely go back to the time when you and I were not divided, when we could stand side by side against the Eternal Freeze and the Fragmentum.
I'm not like you. I don't have that many grand plans for the future. But if that's the future you want, I'm willing to build this bridge with you.
Aww.
Thank you, Zila. Your trust is very important to me.
Speaking of which, what are you going to do next? What Svarog revealed must have made quite an impact, huh?
Yes. I thought I was prepared for anything, but... as long as I am the Guardian's successor, those truths will come out sooner or later. But why does my mother hide it from me? And why does she want me to hunt down the outsiders who know about the nature of the Stellaron? It just... it doesn't
Mind
make
control.
sense.
Misguidance.
There's
A lot
only
of
one
things.
thing I can do. Go ask her directly.
You... hold on. You're not really going, are you? Alone? You can't. This plan is...
No, don't go
I've
alone.
already thought it through, Zila. I am Madame Cocolia's daughter. That will never change. Be it my duties as her heir or as a Silvermane guard, I must face my problems head on. Even if...
You're not allowed to die. I'm not
Bronya,
gonna allow it. Don't go to your mom alone. I think she
This is
might
for
just
you,
actually
Sheila.
kill you.
Please help me pass it on to the outsiders. If I am unable to see you again, they'll know what to do.
You.
Okay, I understand. You've made up your mind, and there's nothing I can say that will change it. But remember this. If you run into trouble, I will come to save you, no matter what.
Okay, that's good at least.
Then I'll be waiting for you.
No.
So, did you come to this spot when you were a child?
Of course. I just didn't appreciate how nice it was at the time. Very nice.
They're cute. I still don't like the plan of her going alone, though.
That was a good sleep. I should go meet up with March and Dan Hung.
Took you long enough, sleepyhead. We've been waiting all day. I've noticed that our sleep routines don't match up. You either keep getting up in the middle of the night or snoozing away until the day's almost out. Unacceptable. You gotta work on your teamwork.
No.
Did you have a dream again last night?
No. Not this time.
So that's why you slept for so long.
Just be happy I was able to sleep.
Let's go find Wildfire to discuss our next move and see if they have any new discoveries.
Let's go! I can't wait to finally get back above ground.
Fair enough.
We have plenty of time. Oh, look who's here.
Me.
It's the Bane of Svarog, the big hero of the underworld. And the other big heroes, Dan Hung and March 7th.
Were those lines rehearsed?
Where's Natasha? Is she here?
She has a bunch of other things to attend to, so I hope you don't mind talking
Oh
to
yeah, the
this
dude whose mouse
old
doesn't
man
move.
Instead. I speak on behalf of Natasha. By the way, sorry for keeping that whole thing about her being the actual leader of Wildfire a secret.
Don't care. It doesn't matter.
I'm glad you don't mind. Natasha is always cautious, but she has no ill intent, as you surely have noticed. She told me to make sure you return to the overworld safely. I gave it some thought, and I think the safest way is to ask this fella for
Not
help.
again. I
I
don't
brought
trust
you
it.
down. I can take you back up, free of charge.
Fine.
Satisfaction guaranteed.
Eh.
There's no need to knock us out this time, right?
Of course not. This time, we'll go back through the furnace core.
Just tell us the path you used before.
That would be problematic and dangerous. Trust me. We
I
should
just
go
want to
through
know
the
how we
furnace
got
core.
down here, okay?
Ugh, enough chatter. Just be a good guide.
Hold on. What about Bronya? Why isn't she here?
She already went back. As you know, she has some things to settle with the Supreme Guardian.
What? She just ditched us and went back? How could you let her?
She has her own plan. She left with that Sampo.
Ugh, enough about Sampo. We need him for this trip.
Fine.
We can still get rid of him after we reach the surface.
Okay, deal.
Miss Sela, I'm still here, you know.
For now.
Oh, right. Branya told me to give you this.
She left us a letter. Could this be one of those open in case of emergency letters? I've never gotten one of those before. Should we wait until we run into something dangerous?
No.
Stop overthinking and just open it.
College March Danghang. By the time you read this letter, I should have returned to the overworld and be on my way to see my mother. I apologize for not telling you of my plan. I was afraid that you were strongly object, which might sway my resolve. Madame Cucolia raised me up, and I will never be able to repay her kindness. She taught me countless life lessons and virtues, as well as how to defend Bolabog and its people, even though she has lately made certain decisions that puzzled me. I can't let go of all the precious memories I have with her. I must communicate my point of view and thoughts to her honestly, and seek to arrive at a mutual understanding with her. This is my goal as a daughter, but also my duty as a Silvermane guard. But I am aware of the risk I might face on this journey, so if I fail to win my mother's approval, or if something happens to me, please forward this letter to Landau siblings and ask for their help. Serval and Gepard are honorable people with enormous power in Belobog, and I have complete faith in them. I'm sure they will unreservedly help you in search for the Stalaron once they see my seal and handwriting.
Brother and sister Landau? I know the brother must refer to Gepard, but who could the sister be? Oh, Serval! So she's Gepard's older sister.
I hope nothing happens to Rania.
She gave it some good thought. But whatever's going on in that Supreme Guardian's head, even Branya might have trouble understanding.
She's
Seba,
also gonna be
Do
brainwashed.
you know the Landau siblings?
Landau. Yeah, we're all friends. I've mostly dealt with the younger brother in the past, but the sister, she's much scarier. Today's supposed to be a day of celebration, so let's not talk about it right now.
Oh god.
We can set out at any time. Just come find me when you're ready.
Yeah, let's go. Never mind, let's... Wait, no, I was level 23, right?
Well, my friends, are you ready to head out?
Yes! Let's go.
Wonderful. Remember to bring enough food and drink to refuel on the way. We have a lot of steps to climb.
Sure.
Mother, I have returned.
Branya, I thought I'd lost you. Where were you? Are you hurt? I'll fetch the butler right away.
Yeah.
No, there's no need. I don't want to see Sebas right now. Sorry, Mother. I'm fine, really. I just got into a few skirmishes down in the underworld, but nothing I couldn't handle.
The underworld. Oh, I see. In that case, report everything you saw. Commander Branya.
Huh.
After the failed pursuit at Backwater Pass, the wanted outsiders and I were somehow taken to the underworld.
Can I just say that immediate switch from very worried mother to you will now listen to me and you're my commander officer, like, no, it's still your daughter. How can you change that quickly?
Because of the difficult situation we were in, we formed a temporary alliance to help the residents of the underworld resolve a few issues of survival. We also defeated an ancient robot known as Svarog and learned some truths about the Stellaron.
Oh, she's gonna be
I'm
pissed.
listening. Go on.
Madam Cacolia, it is my firm belief that the visitors from beyond the sky are not the villains we had imagined before. I witnessed them take up arms in the name of justice and risk their lives for the sake of others. I can also ascertain that they did come for the Stellaron, but only to relieve the disaster it has brought upon Belobog. Mother, you've always known the truth about the Stellaron, haven't you? Well, the responsibility of bearing that truth will fall upon me one day. Such is the burden of being Guardian, to carry these secrets for eternity. So, I ask you to forgive my defiance, but I believe that the order to dispatch the Outsiders was a mistake. To solve the problems brought on by the Stellaron, the architects waited hundreds of years. And those Outsiders may be the...
Enough!
No, she's pissed.
Arrogant. Ignorant. Oh, you disappoint me, Bronya. You merely glimpsed the tip of the iceberg, and now you think you know everything. You spend a short time with that underworld scum, and suddenly you have the audacity to question my orders?
Oh no.
Guards! Take Bronya.
Oh.
They are not scum. My entire life, everything you ever kept from me. I remember it clearly now. This time I am standing my ground, Madam Guardian. And please, stop dismissing me with vague excuses. Tell me what you have seen. What exactly it is you are hiding. Why do you send the Silvermane guards to die in the Fragmentum? Why have you abandoned the people of the underworld? And why? Why did you have that sudden change of mind?
I see. I knew this moment would come sooner or later. I just didn't expect it would be so soon. You want to know why I gave those orders? Is that right? Do you believe you're ready to learn the truth?
Yes,
No, not
I
really.
am ready,
But let's go.
Mother.
Then come with me, Bronya. It is time you heard it. The voice of this dying world.
Oh no. Everything is fine, I just dropped my phone.
Ah, we're finally back. I forgot what fresh air tasted like.
Don't eat the air, please. What flavor is
Freedom.
it? The taste of freedom.
Cold. Mainly cold, actually. Let's go. Where's our next stop? We should find somewhere to put our feet up. As long as it's not Goethe Hotel again.
Classic unreliable Sampo. He probably guessed we'd ask where his hiding place was. No sooner are we back in the administrative district than he sneaks off.
Mm-hmm. Home is where the artist. Back to the express.
Where's your sense of loyalty? That would be nice, though. Don Hung, what do you think?
I think it'd be best to pay a visit to Serval Land.
Fine.
So, you think we should avoid Japard for the time being, right?
He's an elite officer of the Silvermane Guards. It wouldn't be easy to get to him. Besides, if he hasn't been persuaded by Branya's letter, we'd be walking right into the lion's den.
Fair enough.
Makes sense. Guess we better head over to Serval's workshop then?
Yes. Let's go.
But we must keep a low profile. We're still wanted fugitives.
Fine, I will not flirt with the trash cans.
Wrong, Zila?
Nothing. It's just a little... new. The last time I was on the surface, I was still a child. I have no memory of any of this.
Valid.
the overworld, and the underworld. We've been cut off for so long. I'm okay. Let's go. There are so many Silvermane guards on patrol. Is it usually like this?
No. I don't remember the security being this tight last time. It might have something to do with us. The Supreme Guardian has probably learned of our arrival already. Rania.
This looks extremely alike. Just like me, I accept this. This is what I draw myself. There's an probably unbridled portrait here for a rather wanted poster. Figure the picture is probably grayish white and darkness and looks straight at you with a sense of lukewarm likeness in their eye. Coupled with the structure that appeared to be a hand gripping a baseball bat, it's instantly clear whom the figure refers to. You decided to peel it off the wall for the sake of Bellabog and for your own sake. Got my unwanted poster. Yippee! Wee!
Shop's closed today. You'll have to come back tomorrow.
It's big customers. It's the radiator fixers.
I remember. The three outsiders. Wait, why are you still strolling around the city? Do you know the Silvermane guards are looking all over for you? Quick, act natural and get inside. Don't get spotted.
Thank you. You're nice.
All right, you'll be safe here. My workshop has pretty good soundproofing and barely anyone comes in. Just what crime did you commit exactly?
Nothing existing apparently.
You down. It's unprecedented. Now they're patrolling the whole city and everyone's in a panic.
Fair enough.
Oh, we just...
Not yet, March. Rania said we could trust you completely.
You mean to say you don't trust me completely?
We trusted someone and we got arrested. Or tried to be arrested.
Good. That's smart of you. But you needn't worry. Kokolia and I aren't even on speaking terms. It was her that ejected me from the Architects. I refused to stand with her.
Fair enough.
I don't believe you guys would do anything bad. And the Architects are gonna need conclusive and publicly available evidence for me to think otherwise. Besides, I know the Architects, and if they did have any evidence, they would have released it by now. I know Kokolia's style. Get everyone into a frenzy first. Most people in a frenzy don't stop to ponder the details.
Fair enough, fair enough. What details have you been pondering?
Me? None. What Kokolia and the Architects get up to has nothing to do with me. My time
Fair
is
enough.
too precious for pondering.
Good.
These days, I just spend my time fixing things in this workshop and playing music. It's a pretty carefree existence.
Sounds like a nice life.
If I'm not careful, I'll start boring you all with sob stories from the past. Let's get back to you guys. If long-lost Branya told you to come here, you must have something important to tell me. You can trust me. I know our paths have only crossed once before, but my intuition tells me you guys are good people. And I've got good intuition, by the way.
Sure. You may as well tell the long and short of it from the start to finish.
Ooh, I'm the best storyteller. Let me.
Sure. Go ahead.
Try not to embellish the facts.
This is... Telling several about your time in the underworld and what you know of the Stellar World, and that's as far as I got.
So that's what's been happening. No wonder we hadn't heard from Branya recently. After all these years in isolation and without a single word from below, this is what's become of the underworld?
Yep.
I believe you. There's no way you could have invented all those twists and turns. What's more, we have Miss Zila here as living proof. As for the Stellaron, I know why Branya got you to find me.
Ooh.
When I was still one of the architects working in the scientific research division, I was researching the Stellaron.
Ooh! Wait.
I never thought I'd hear that word again after being expelled by the architects. Come on, I'll tell you everything.
You are telling me we could have cut the case very short, just asked you and you would have told us? We did all of this for nothing? Okay. Ugh. Tell the
Only
story.
a very few people in Belobog know of the existence of the Stellaron. Those that do would never associate it with the Fragmentum or Eternal Freeze. But according to the data recorded in that robot, Svarog, the architects dug out the truth long ago. The research results were purposely hidden away to ensure that the outside world would never know of them. Just my luck. Out of all the research topics I could have chosen, I insisted on the Stellaron. It's clear now that anyone who wanted to get closer to the truth would have been expelled or abandoned. Maybe I should be thanking Cocolia. All she did was push me out. She could have decided to take a more permanent measure.
Fair enough. How much do you know about
I
Stellaron?
figured out that the Stellaron and the Fragmentum were linked, so I was already close to the truth. It's a shame that the architects ejected me before I could discover that the source of the Fragmentum was the Stellaron itself.
Mm-hmm.
Before I lost my position, I was applying for permission to survey the Stellaron directly. It was my research topic, but I'd never even set eyes on it. My research was all based on historical data and lab simulations. Not long after I submitted my preliminary report and application, I received my punishment. It was obvious that somebody didn't want my research to continue.
Do you know what Cocolia's end goal is? Cocolia.
It's been so many years since we last spoke. We were great friends once. There was nothing we wouldn't share. She became a completely different person when she took on the Supreme Guardianship. The convictions she once held, her enthusiasm, it was like they were drawn out of her by some mysterious force. She gave the order to expel me herself and refused to see me. I never understood that behavior, and I gave up trying to use logic to work it out a long time ago. Sometimes I even wonder whether she really did become a different person. Is that possible? Perhaps there's a single guardian consciousness that gets handed down from generation to generation. And the real Cocolia has already vanished.
Kinda? You're
Is she being
close.
compelled by previous generations of guardians to make such baffling decisions? Who knows? But this might make for good songwriting material.
Ah, yes. A true songwriter. Puts all your trauma into songs. Can I talk about Jipad?
Japard? Not a chance. He's a decent guy, but also famously uncompromising. For my brother, orders are more important than anything. Even if you stuck Branya's letter to his forehead, he wouldn't be swayed.
Fair enough.
You need to choose your words carefully if you want to persuade him of something.
Yeah, we're terrible at
It
that.
might
We
be
just
best
learned that.
if I talk to him. Though, I'd need a strategy first.
So, you know where the Stellaron is.
Yes. I never observed it directly, but I used lab simulations and outbound surveys to establish a rough location. According to the survey results, the Stellaron is likely to the north of Belobog, somewhere in the vast snow plains.
Let's
We must
go.
locate it as soon as possible, ideally before Cocolia takes action. Can you tell us the way?
Not a problem. I was thinking the same thing. But I'm afraid telling you might not be enough. The area to the north of Belobog has been more or less swallowed up by the Fragmentum. If you want to get to the northern snow plains, you'll need to get past the Silvermane Guard restricted zone on the front lines first. Even if you get past the restricted zone in one piece, you'll have a whole heap of Fragmentum to deal with. Yes.
Restricted zone.
That's where the main force of the Silvermane Guards is stationed. They've consolidated their position there in order to resist the encroaching Fragmentum.
It sounds like the three of us and Zila might not be enough. Why don't we go back underground and get Wildfire to come with us?
I fear we may not have the time.
Hey, enough pessimism. Back in my official capacity days, I spent a lot of time in the north. I got to know the soldiers and officers on the front line very well. This calls for brainwaves, not brawn waves. How about I take you over myself?
Yes.
Really? Great. Phew. It's less scary if someone you know is leading the way.
I want to see the Stellaron too, you know. It was my research topic for over a decade.
Look at me, I'm a walking Stellaron.
That's settled then. There's no time to lose. We should head out as soon as you're ready.
Let's go.
Darn it! I forgot my brother said he'd be around today.
Oh no.
Find somewhere to hide, quick! I'll handle him.
Oh no.
Japard! It's you! I didn't think you'd have the time to visit with things so tense on the front line.
You're terrible at this.
Things are manageable. The latest wave of monster attacks has slowed. I'm back in the city to take care of a few matters, but I'll be back on the front line later. I thought I told you.
Ah! Oh, yes. That's right.
Sis, you look a bit pale. Did something happen?
No. Why would anything have happened?
You don't normally use my full name.
You said you hate it when I call you bro in public. Well, I agreed. It'd sound better if I started using your full name. Right, Brosif?
You can call me whatever you like. Look, Serval, I'm here on official business today. There's something wrong with the barrier generator device, and the engineers in our unit don't know how to fix it. I need you to take a look.
Yippee.
Those guys can't think outside the box. Of course they can't wrap their heads around my design. I thought it was something big. Leave it here. I'll take a look.
Sorry to trouble you.
No worries.
Why are you being so polite? Oh, and why is the city under curfew all of a sudden? Has something happened?
I've been instructed to keep it quiet.
Lil Jeppy. So grown up now, looking down on his civilian sister.
Don't say that. Forget it. If I don't tell you, Palo will. Last night, Lady Bronya suddenly appeared. She entered Klepoth Fort without saying anything to anyone. The Supreme Guardian is worried that the three intruders may have followed Bronya out of the Fragmentum and back into the administrative district. She issued a curfew for the entire city and ordered us to pursue and capture any suspicious individuals.
Ah, so that's how it is. No wonder I haven't heard from Bronya. Is she all right?
I'm not sure. She hasn't left Klepoth Fort. The Supreme Guardian just said she'd returned. Nothing more.
And like that we're legit standing around the corner, like,
I was
come
sure
on.
worried about her.
He should have been. Who
After
should be
she
able to
disappeared,
see
Kayla's
that?
workload doubled. She said she barely had time to go out.
She really does tell you everything. Oh, by the way, I left my Goethe Hotel limited edition flask behind last time I was here. Let me have a look for it. I think I left it over...
Wait!
What is it? You seem pretty off today, Serval.
It's,
Does she?
right. You remember how you neglected all those flowers to death? I piled them all over there during a bit of spring cleaning, and now they smell terrible. So, don't go over there.
Seems like a strange reason not to take a look. Plus, am I supposed to believe you were spring cleaning? You must be up to more forbidden research.
Am not. How dare you? What do you take your sister for?
Never
Someone
mind.
who would obviously do
This
that.
is your space, and I shouldn't intrude. I've got business to take care of. Bye for now.
This is
Hey,
great.
wait a sec. Those intruders. I wanted to ask, what crime have they committed?
They're plotting to overthrow the architects and bring harm to the city.
Oh, damn.
Huh. Reminds me of the accusations against me. Cocolia's methods haven't changed.
Don't say that, Serval. I know that you're still nursing a grievance against the Supreme Guardian. But this isn't a joking matter.
Yeah.
You're telling me off again? Fine. Whatever, bro. You better be going. Come listen to Pela in my next rehearsal.
I will, if I have the time.
We will make time for you. By destroying everything you care about.
The coast is clear. You can come out now.
Okay, now we go.
Phew, I nearly suffocated. What kind of plot device was that?
I almost lost my cool when he went for his flask.
This is bad. Bronya's in danger. We have to go save her.
Yes, let's go.
Attempting to storm Klapoth Fort by ourselves? Forget it, Zila. I don't care how skilled you are, I'm not sending you on a suicide mission.
Fair.
Rest assured, Cocolia may have changed over the years, but she never hurt Bronya. I'm certain of that.
Sure. I'm also very
You sound
certain.
like Bronya herself. I don't get it. You guys are against Cocolia, and yet in some ways, you seem to trust her completely.
Is Jabard going to the Silverman Guard restricted zone?
Didn't you hear him?
Oh.
He said he needs to take care of a few matters in the city first. If we're fast enough, we can stay out of his way. Come on, let's go to the restricted zone. If we can get ahead of the curve and find the Stellaron, Cocolia will be out of options.
Okay, let's go. Whee!
Is Bronya really safe?
Who knows?
You care about her, huh? You must have become close friends.
Very close
Close
friends.
is a bit much,
Best friends.
but I made her a promise.
Relax. She's the strongest girl I've ever seen.
I can believe that.